And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire in our Fist-Militia-led spoiled democracy run. It's round 115, and we have 6 decisions awaiting us. We have discovered polymer armor. Oh, good. Go up to minor elite. I don't think there's anyone that we can do that on, but it's nice to know that we have it. Incident with joke gone wrong. It's a joke.
Copy that.
Indignation over opulence. This governor really likes us. This is not the capital governor, although this is a really good governor. Actually, how valuable is the zoo? Entourage and friends and partners. Okay, so it doesn't provide you any modifiers. If it provided modifiers, I'd let them keep it. But I do want more virtue. We want to be like 60, 70, not 44. So we take it away. Virtue goes up by 1. More than nothing. New advisor. So we'll make you the. We'll check the other ones first. You demand the release of spy. Which Reich is this? The one that really likes us. Okay. I'm tempted to say no. Get more Fist, because we're running Fist, right? Oh, apparently not running Fist. Apparently running Mind at the moment. We'll try to get back to Fist. Spies will be executed.
Understood.
New and oh, back to that. Heavy MG, motorized MG. I'd probably do motorized MG over heavy.
Understood.
And then we haven't invented RPGs, so I can't get the RPG one that I want. Point governor. I'd rather have you be the governor. So you be the governor.
Affirmative.
And I'm going to postpone the advisor one again, because I don't want to take the advisor from any of the existing positions. And to be fair, advisor is usually the job that I just let any person have, because
Understood.
I'm lazy and I generally don't piss people off by assigning advisors to them. The main benefit to an advisor is it allows you each person, or when you assign an advisor to a person, whenever that person does a role, the advisor also gets to do a role. And that can be quite valuable. But as a side effect of that, that chafes on that leader, so you have an opinion hit with that leader. So you've got to balance it off of the opinion of the leader versus just having more roles. And when I'm tight on political power, I would usually want to keep the leaders happy rather than get a lot of extra good rolls. Well, say good rolls. A lot of extra rolls. They might not be good is the other problem. Right? It's assigning a leader or assigning an advisor that just isn't good doesn't really help you much. Although it gives that leader that would otherwise not be happy a job. So giving them jobs is useful. So usually give my advisor positions to terrible people that have no good skills, and then just don't give them any advisor jobs. Don't assign them to anyone. Basically a cushy make-work job. Maybe not the most meta thing to do, but or long-term smart thing to do, but short-term it works really well. Long term, you probably want to have someone to assign them to. A little strange that I don't have enough recon to see what's in that hex, but... Supply situation is improving. These guys have got all their supplies. We got a little bit over here where they're in yellow. So we'll hold off spreading that group out a bit. Do a quick diplomacy pass. Okay, so you've got Grumpy. I don't want war yet, so we'll pay the blackmailer off.
Understood.
Back to 40. They're down to 40. Let's try to improve relations with you. Less of a rush.
Understood.
That's less effective than I'd hoped. 47's not particularly great. 37 probably with you, it's probably fine. You're also fairly weak, so if you started something, we'd probably just take advantage of the opportunity. "11 turns before we can start rolling permanent militancy." And we got polymer armor, so let's call up orgs, military. We're actually going to call you twice. So once we're going to do priorities. We're going to swing you heavily towards research.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to call you up again. This time it's research.
Yes, sir.
I want you to swap from radiation filters to polymer armor.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to go polymer armor, back to radiation filters. Finish radiation filters off at that point. Then that'll allow us to start discovering stuff in advanced engineering. While we're kind of waiting for stuff in advanced engineering, we're just heavy guided. And hopefully sometime after heavy guided, we'll actually invent the bazooka. So that we can have really effective anti-tank weapons on infantry, to be fair. Like, we were getting hounded by these guys as vehicles earlier on the frankly out-of-date infantry, militia infantry. Guided RPG bazookas is gonna make short work of those little tanks. Little tanks would not appreciate guided RPGs. $36.8. Construction. We finally got the truck station done in Montana. So in 2 or so turns, we'll really be seeing the logistic improvements up here. Get back on the offensive again. And then all the construction's going. You're the only ones showing any delays. And that's due to difficulties hiring up enough workers. You would want your purchasing power specifically to be 7%. Or 7 instead of 8. Okay, I can...
Standing by for orders.
Copy that.
We'll give them a pay bump. In fact, I'll splurge. I'll take you all the way up to 10. And try to get some colonists here.
Copy that.
Here we go. It's over 50, so that should help them recruiting. And they were losing happiness from being below 7. They should now be gaining happiness from being above 7. And then they're really unhappy about law. Yeah, all those laws are not making them happy. Yeah, that should help out a little bit. And the same sort of thing with the capital. The capital would like a little bit of raise.
Standing
I'll do
by.
the capital as well.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, yes, sir.
Diminished with 44% due to low virtue, but at the same time it's been doubled from the worker frontline service law. Okay. Yeah, we're nowhere near it, so that's fine. Okay, that's got political power. Not that I think I've got any good place to use it. Co-op minor elite. I don't think we can play this on the minors that we know about, because they're at war with majors. Oh, we've discovered another one that isn't at war with a major. I probably have better choices than bribery. Or maybe not. We don't know what type are they. Confeds. Let's propose peace with them first.
Understood.
Up to 44. You can see what the co-op versus offer protection is on the next turn. And because we're going down that route, I want to hold on to some political power, so I'm just going to probably cycle the turn. Move the guys down here already, yeah. Okay. Watching the dance between the major and the minors. It's definitely reaching the crescendo point where I think the minor is going to lose soon. Watching and waiting. I think it should be coming around to us fairly soon because it's showing us. Round 116. We have 3 decisions. Servitization has been discovered. Here's our mechanized artillery done.
Understood.
Confirm that. I'm going to do no new orders here. We did artillery. I don't need the medium tank. We're at least going to hold off the medium tank until we get polymer armor. York become level 5. Sure.
Aye, aye, sir.
The more promotions we do, the more we can improve the assets in the cities. Notably, bureaucratic assets come up quite valuable. And we're up to green supply here, so we're ready to go back on the offense. At least until the supply runs out again. Not sure how many more action points from a logistics standpoint we've got here. Don't have enough to reliably surround that guy yet in the area, although the guy's moving eastward, that's not going to be very long off. we go. Got those guys dealt with. Black Mariner's at 40, that's fine. 7's fine. 37 we'll just tolerate with those guys. Construction. Everything proceeded at speed, which is good to see. Supply base should finish next turn. Metal is coming up. So as long as I leave like 2,000 metal in the inventory, I can probably start building some rail. There to there is probably a little too high. Yeah. New York isn't going to be too bad, so we'll do York. And we'll do Montana. And then because we've done it out to Montana, we'll drop the railhead in Montana. Okay, we've caught up on... Oh, I haven't even caught up on shipping down here. We're still behind on shipping. Food coming in, metal coming in, bullets coming in. There's maybe an argument. In fact, that's a pretty serious argument for expanding the rail system. So we get more throughput on the rails. We've got enough transport capacity to transport what we make, but we've got backlogs in some of these places, and we're not burning the backlogs down very quickly. Right. We make 700, 800. We have the transport capacity to ship 1.8 or 1.1. So there's about a 300 over and above baseline to work through the stockpile. So it's going to take, what, 4.4 divided by 0.3? It's going to take like 14, 15 turns to work through the backlog. It's going to take a lot. Expanding the rail network would help, or the train station would help with that. What does that cost? We'll do that. We'll start doing that. And then I should stop spending metal and infrastructure because I've pretty much got it all accounted for. Okay, let's. I've got personnel, or I got political power. Let's start thinking about personnel. I've got this horrible person in the reserve pool. You are being retired.
Yes, sir.
Take your paycheck and go home. Oh, we can check how easy is it going to be. So it's impossible with offer protection. With co-op to minor elite, it is an 8-up roll and a D100.
Understood.
We go up the local elite, they're now a client state. There we go. Have an embassy. They don't support non-aggression pact. I can get it high enough to make that roll. I did a show diplomat, although I can't do the show diplomat and that roll at the same time, so pass. And again, in politics, we're kind of hoping to get to, or get permanent militancy here. Oh, I have enough. I've got strong presidency. There we go.
Yes,
We might as well play it. Yeah. So, we've got 2 of the 6 spoiled democracy defeats done. We've got 4 of them could roll. Oh, 2 of the 4 have rolled, we've done. In 10 turns, we'll start being able to roll for the 5th one. The 5th one is really the one I think we want next. If we get the 5th one, then I can start to expand the military a little bit more willingly. Especially if we can do 5th and the 4th. 5th and the 4th, I think I can then start to co-op the worse militia units. And I think I'll then be able to, if I co-op them into the professional army, I should be able to hit upgrades for them. And turn them into, like, Trooper 3s. Basically, do the proverbial equivalent of the U.S. recruiting the state militias into the army during the Civil War. And then giving them better equipment. Because if there's one thing that the random militias don't have, it's particularly great equipment. Okay. I think that's where we cycle the turn. I think we're going to see the Flint Union fight the Miner again. Yeah, see them moving around. Maybe, oh yeah, they finally took the capital over. There it goes. Okay, should be coming around to us shortly. There we are. We killed 400 infantry over the intern. It's around 117. We have 4 decisions. Moral high standing is going to be one of them. We did not get to the 40 or 64 enforcement points, which is a bit of a shame. Gained curiosity. Discovered hydroponics. Would have wanted hydroponics earlier. Militia learns from experience.
Understood.
Incentivize more merc. Populist target leader. The governor of Montana again. Poor Montana. Dealing with corrupt governors. He's only corruption 4 too. We'll come back to this. I think we're gonna probably relieve him from the job and not send him in exile.
Affirmative.
Yeah, definitely keep him in there for at least the role. Send an envoy to promote us, yes.
Understood.
Okay, so I'm gonna have no political power this turn because we're gonna spend it all on having me relieve.
Affirmative.
And he'll probably get reassigned to the job next turn. No, you really don't. Just move that through that city, whatever. Oh, the city was just that overstaffed. Why is there so many units on the city? There we go. Because the militia presumably decided that they needed to put that many units in the city. Which I suppose isn't all that unsurprising. The max size of the militia is actually another 3,000 larger. Push it up there. Yeah, so we're going to continue advancing up there at some point. And you've gone and taken over my road, which I don't necessarily appreciate. Okay, took that zone over. They're at 40 opinion, so there's no concern there. They're at 47, so there's no concern there. 37, so there's no concern. And we're out of political power, so I can't play anything involving political power. Construction-wise, the supply base is done. It does not need a replacement. The railhead at Montana is done, so that's good. Everything else is proceeding at speed, and a lot of things are actually expected to finish. Industry 2 is expected to finish. Bureaucratic Office is expected to finish. That Bureaucratic Office is expected to finish. That Industry 3 is expected to finish. The rail station is going at speed. Okay. So I think for the moment, I can go ahead and get more rail is probably what I should do. More rail, get more of the cities connected. Go over there. And obviously you need a railhead.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Yeah, it's mostly these two, and is it this one? No, just those two are having supply issues. So yeah, but they can probably be dealt most effectively with just improving the rail capacity. And that's because the trucks have difficulty for traveling from here to here. So as one workaround to that as well is... Oh, and they just upgraded the private one. Well, we're gonna buy your private one that you just finished upgrading. Thank you for the free upgrade. I'll nationalize this one as well, and that'll help a little bit. The level 2 one will help definitely in the gap here. Yep, these guys should be moving. I'm gonna have to do the hard way in the mountains here because you, the farmers, are at peace with me. But at war with a major, if it serves. 40 at war with a major, yeah. Although I probably stand a better chance at getting to their capital first. So I might want to prep an army along here for a drive on their capital. I think we sort out the rail first. Sort out the rail first, and then I can raise like 2 battalions, or two brigades and push from that direction. It'll make taking over the little bit of mountain easier, I think. As well as they've presumably got some people there. And at some point we want to get in contact with you. Which I suppose is actually push through the gap here. So run here, out, round into there. Okay. Get to Rootwood for unlucky city number 13. We'll have better odds next turn. Things are logic here. I think we have an attack, but we have better odds next turn. Okay. And then victory overview, we're at 37.1, so slowly trending up. It is a bit slow. And then virtue is back to going down. Some of the things that I think were driving us up were not sustainable. And we're not taking enough casualties because we're no longer at war with everyone. Not at war with everyone. Well, not at war with the major. Even during the bad days, we weren't at war with everyone. And could do with more word. Could definitely do with more word. Okay. Let's cycle that turn. Okay, watching these end turns. We're watching for surprises, not really expecting these surprises. Okay, it's good when the enemies are reducing the numbers on our turn. We've got less to fight on our turn, or on their turn, so we've got less to fight on our turn. Oh, the pocket cleared itself. That worked out. Round 118, we killed 1,100 infantry with the end turn. We have 9 positions. Let's go for the APC, not what we're looking for. Universal military law. More fear. Soldiers 3 times more effective when confronting civilians. The initiative of the Reformist League, the Parliament is holding a vote on whether to enact the universal military law. This law allows our internal security operations to use military engagement rules. Unrest or strikes will be easier repressed, freeing up troops to fight the real enemy. And if we were going autocracy, that would be really good. We're not going autocracy. This is pissing off the local population because apparently they want to piss off the local population. And they're all strong in favor of it. I literally do not have the political power to stop this, so it goes through. 91 votes in favor, 9 against.
Aye, aye, sir.
Don't need the APC yet, so both the medium tank and the APC, we're just going to hold off until we get polymer armor.
Understood.
Critical success. New governor for Montana. So we can have you, who's probably the one we're going to give it to, or you. We're gonna give it to the person who had it previously.
Affirmative.
Have your job back. You'll strive to be a good governor. Well, strive to not get fired again. We're being blackmailed. We'll just pay the blackmail. Yeah, we'll just pay the blackmail.
Understood.
Pick one of these city to turn to level 4. Or do none of them. Oh, they have adjusted the sound of it. It's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be really loud. Just deploy some of these clinics before I forget about them again.
Aye, aye, sir.
I have political power, I might roll one of those. Yeah, we'll take one of these city grades. Montana. So Norris of the 3 is the biggest. So we'll do Norris. Or Norris. In fact, Neris is almost big enough to go to level 5.
Roger.
Affirmative.
Okay, how did the construction go? Turn. Most things finished. High Command Palace, because it takes 10 turns. It's still got 5 left on it, effectively. Rail station will be done next. Back to connecting more cities via rail. Okay, as much metal as I want to spend this turn on rail connections.
Copy
So
that.
you a railhead. Okay. See if we can collapse that pocket. It's 2.8 to 1. Might be a little close here.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I'm worrying about nothing. Oh, I'm probably actually better off splitting off at this one instead of continuing on the left two.
Engaging, sir.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, there we go. Cleared that pocket. So we got you left. And obviously we keep pushing east, taking over more and more stuff. Did all that stuff over there? Okay. Not sure if we're going to send the motorized down here, or if we're going to send them around over to here for potential drive those farmers. But yeah, we'll let the construction go. One more turn. See what we're getting metal-wise every turn. I think I want to finish up the rail network. So I want to connect the rail here to here, which that's going to be an expensive thing, because it's going to go over some mountain. And then from here to here to here, and probably run a rail line all the way down to just here. And put a railhead here. Because when we go on the attack, we're going to want to take over Flint Union, or Flint Union City right there. Richelieu, I believe is that city's name. And Cilia, so we want to be able to supply some heavy units really close to certain objectives. So, for example, a rail line basically down to here. And normally, otherwise, I just connect cities. And then I suppose we're going to be running a rail line from here, through here, around here, over to here at some point. I may even want to go so far as to put a rail station here, because this is a decent distance away from the capital. Where we've put the other rail station. Although I could check how bad is the... That's not what I'm looking for. Traffic signals. How bad is the rail? Points out to here. N64. Yeah. So that probably means that if I'm out this far, we'll be wanting a new train station. Yeah, because we'll definitely go over 100 at that point. And to be fair, I'm definitely not running the logistics system optimal. Optimal spacing is when the action points run out. So I'm either running them too close because I'm running one truck station per city, or I suppose if I put a rail station over here, that'll probably be too far from here. But I think I can work with that. I think we'll go one more turn. We'll make this episode a little bit long, but I think that's fine. We're at 37.4 at the beginning of this turn. We'll see where we are at the end of next. But yeah, we're going to play out this end turn, and we're going to play out the next turn. And then because it's the end of the stream, instead of playing out the end of next turn, because I need to be in a turn to save, we'll save effectively when I think I'm done with the turn. Coming up here. Okay, we're going to attack by a little bit of the Marauders. Although the Marauders are definitely running out of steam in various places. Round 119, we killed 400 infantry and lost 100. We have 9 decisions winning us. Let's see what our decisions are. Your permission for personal guard. Yeah, we'll let you have a personal guard. I don't really want the autocracy, but it's suppressed reasonable with democracy. And we do want some more Fist. Would like to go back to being Fist ruled, and not Mind.
Understood.
Protests.
Copy that.
Pay them off.
Roger that.
Get some more democracy. I'm gonna say... What is our democracy at? You know, what I will do is I will say positive.
Copy that.
It's gonna give us more heart than democracy. And I don't really want heart. But the heart's not high enough level yet to suppress Fist, and it means that the mind will be reduced a little bit by it. Neris becomes major city for theory political power. Dealing with the blackmail here. We'll just say yes. I don't want the mind going up too much. Let's check up the diplomatic situation before I spend it on improving the city. So you're 22, so if I don't do something, you might declare on us. You're 27, so if I don't do something, you might declare on us.
Understood.
I'm more worried about you doing something than the blackmailers doing something. And they're 25. That's not great. Someone dropped the diplomacy ball. Okay, 37's not too bad.
Understood.
Okay. I did my diplomacy ball, so I don't have enough for the city upgrade, which is why we checked first. Or why I checked first. Could do with some more money, so it's time to go to market. And again, I don't really need these rare earth metals, so we're going to sell the rare earth metals off.
Yes,
Make a nice pile of change. Keep moving these forward. I'm surprised that these guys are complaining about receiving supplies. You're not actually receiving enough food. That's actually a little concerning. So I don't really want to pull this far back, but we're going to, because I just need it apparently for supplying issues. And yeah, we'll expand this truck station, because apparently I need more logistics.
Acknowledged. Confirming orders.
Now they brought more units over. Rail station's done. Railhead's done. Truck station, we just queued up. No delays in the major high command palace. And most of that's fairly cheap, so I think we can go pretty heavy. Yeah, we can spend like 2,000 metal this turn. Have no concerns. Okay, so we've connected you, two down here. We have the expensive run from Montana into the mountains. Yeah, that's the expensive run. In comparison to that one, that's 510. So we'll do that one. We'll do that one. So that's 1,000.
Roger that.
Roger.
Put the railhead here for the moment. I suspect we're going to make that a rail station, which is going to make the railhead a little redundant, but...
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
tile taken.
Mission accomplished.
Another potential hazard removed.
Engaging, sir.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, that's not too bad. I think that might be what we're gonna do. We'll hold on a little bit of the political power in case I think of something that I should be doing between now and the next stream. Like, I think the co-op the political elite made you made these guys a client state. Yeah, we're not close enough to do a good unification. That's surprisingly going to be difficult to do unification on. I may decide we want new leaders. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. That's left with power. I'm probably going to spend it on something when we get back on the next stream. Victory-wise, at the beginning of the turn, we were at 37.6. We are probably a little higher because we took over a little bit of territory. But yeah, you can see population as a percentage of world population hasn't necessarily been increasing very much, although we have been slowly getting more because we're just taking over more of the planet. We are in a winning state, which is part of the reason we are a spoiled democracy, because virtue is easy to get to go down when you're high on the podium, and hard when you're low on the podium. We're currently first, obviously. We were, well, you can see we picked up all the democracy feats from our time being in last. We're no longer in last, we're in first. And we have many a large city. So, other than trying to get some technologies, right, working on polymer armor. So we're basically going to do polymer armor and radiation filters. I'll also discover advanced engineering. And then, if we can get charge Gauss and heavy combat armor, we're in pretty good standing to start to reliably fight the other majors, I think. Which, if that starts to work, then we rapidly swing into first. Rapidly, from our first position, swing into victory rate. Flint Union and Burskett here both have cities that we can probably take. Suspect this is a fairly large city. Unless they've really torched Scylla here. Scylla is probably a relatively large city. No idea how big of a city this is, but we know that's the city. That may be worth taking. So we're basically looking like, yeah, we're looking at 3 or so cities, not far from our starting lines if we get into a war that we're winning with the majors. So I'm definitely seeing a future where it's... And this might be as soon as we get... we go back into politics. As soon as we pick up permanent militancy here, and I'm no longer trying to suppress the size of the professional army, to keep militancy up, then I can start deploying specialist units for assaults out of the professional army. So it'll either be like motorized infantry, well, probably motorized infantry, maybe some light tanks. So when we get, well, we're gonna have polymer armor soon, so polymer light tanks would be also pretty good for attacking. But I suppose I could really splurge and go polymer medium tanks. We don't have the staff council for, or the staff org for that, but of course I have to design a medium tank to get that. We'll see. Suppose this is time to go over the upcoming schedule. We delay the Twitch ads so that we don't get them before the end of the stream, hopefully. I and I'll go over the schedule. So if you're watching on YouTube, there should be a part up tomorrow. It won't be from this recording session. It should be from the next recording session. The schedule as planned right now is tomorrow is going to be the 4th day of Factorio Prenodons. Saturday will be the 2nd day of Songs of Six in version 71. Sunday should be Stellaris, the 2nd day of the 2nd attempt on the current major patch. Still playing the same Civ combo, race combo from the previous 2 rounds. The first one got interrupted by the patch coming out. The second one got interrupted by a determined exterminator being a little bit determined in exterminating us. So we're going for attempt number 3. 3rd time's the charm, and it's being more charming than the previous one. So we'll see if we can swing that into a victory. Yeah, Factorio tomorrow, Songs of Six the day after that, Stellaris the day after that. We'll be back to Shadow Empire on Monday. Monday, I think, is the last day I'm going to be streaming before I am traveling. So Tuesday is technically Travel Eve, is probably the good way to think about it. It's the night before I go traveling. I will be on a plane on the 24th and on a plane on the 29th. Depending on how I feel, I may be streaming on the 29th when I get back. If I am, it's probably going to be Shadow Empire. I think that's the first thing we're going to play when we get back. It might seem a little weird that we're doing Shadow Empire before we leave and Shadow Empire as soon as we get back. Current predictions I have on recordings is Stellaris is recording out to the 28th. Recorded and uploaded the 28th already. We're going to do one recording session. If I do 5 more parts, that'll take us up to the 3rd. Right now, Shadow Empire is recorded out to the 21st. Wait. Am I misreading this? I am misreading this. I'm at the 24th. Songs of Six at the 20th. No, we'll be playing Songs of Six when we get back. Ignore me, I'm misreading my own schedule. But yeah, so tomorrow's Factorio, Saturday is Songs of Six, Sunday is Stellaris, Monday will be Shadow Empire. Looks like it'll be Songs of Six the day we get back. Which will be the 29th at the earliest, 30th at the latest. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream the very first day back, because I'll probably be jet-lagged from flying across the country. But yeah, I hope everyone has been enjoying. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is going to be... The entire schedule of this described is going to be in your past. Because I think this is the part that's coming out... As I take a look at my upload schedule. You already uploaded to the 24th, so this would be the 29th. So, in theory, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see more Shadow Empire, you can sneak over to Twitch and watch the next part, should already have been streamed before I left for the break. Or, if you don't mind spoilers, you can probably sneak over to Twitch and watch the beginning of the stream that comes after this one, because we'll be streaming that night. And probably... Well, actually, that probably won't be Shadow Empire, because I just worked that out, and it's not going to be Shadow Empire. But that'll probably be Songs of Six. At which point, we're going to try to reduce the backlog. I'm going to only try to be about... Well, I record 4 parts normally every night. Record so that I've got 2 spare before the recording, right? So the overflow should be much smaller at that point. Although that might mean I take a couple short days, or run Factorio a couple days back to back. We'll see. So yeah, I hope everyone has been enjoying. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to comment responded to, now's a good time to get them responded to while the stream is still live. If you're watching later on YouTube, feel free to leave comments. I know there's a lot of reports in the game that I do not look at. If there's anything you want to see from any of the reports, I do keep all the autosaves on the Shadow Empire games, so I can always bring up an autosave and look at a various report if there's a report that you're interested in seeing that I haven't been clicking on for whatever reason. Right? For example, I rarely click on the spies overview, although this is part of the reason why, because unless I'm placing them, I don't need to know that I've got 2 spies at parallel battery. But there's lots of little overview menus like this that I don't click on very often, that you may be interested in seeing what the state is on a given turn, or like maybe you want to see stuff from the letterbox. I don't check my letterbox because this is the thing where I'm I go out around and check the planet and check the cities instead of checking. Although this is the faction opinion, the major opinions will show up in here as well. That comes up as diplomacy news. But yeah, there's things you want to see, regardless of whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. Feel free to leave comments to the effect, and I can always make a short video if it's on YouTube, or show you if it's on Twitch to show those stat pages. I do usually do a stat summary at the end of the run as well. So with that, I'm going to wish everyone the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream. And with that, bye for now.